Good evening everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I am going to explain different factors which is important for during your M.Tech placements or internship. So these are the main factors which I think which play important role. Okay, so these all things I will explain one by one. So like this does the BTech project or BTech college or back in semester exams matters during your M.Tech placements or not. So these things are there. So I will explain all the things one by one. So first of all, I will explain your M.Tech project or M.Tech or B.Tech project. Okay, that to what extent it is going to matter during your M.Tech placements. So I will say your M.Tech or B.Tech project is one of the most important factor for your placements. Okay, so like your all technical interviews will start with the BTech project or M.Tech project. Okay, so in every interview they will definitely start your technical interview with the BTech project. So always make sure that you have made best of whatever possible. Okay, if you have not met during your BTech time, then you can update it to some other thing. Okay, so just make sure that you have some good BTech project. And second thing is like it's a hardware implementation. Suppose if you are from electrical background or electronics background or maybe a mechanical background, okay, a mechanical stream. So in those cases, like physical implementation is very important. Okay, so if you have done your physical implementation of your BTech project, then it will create that the chances of selection in the interview gets increased. That is in electrical we usually say it's hardware implementation of whatever you have done. Okay, so then your whole interview will go according to this only. If you have done hardware implementation or physical implementation of a BTech project, then your almost almost your interview will go in your direction if you have done it properly. Okay, so they will completely ask about the specification, what equipments you have used. Okay, so if you have done it properly, then you are going to completely dominate in your interview. And one suggestion I can give you, like if you have not done your BTech project hardware implementation or physical implementation, then one thing you can do, you can update your project through some other project which is in trending. And if you are doing M.Tech from IITs or NITs, you can perform your BTech project in your NIT in your M.Tech college. Okay, if you are in college, you can perform those BTech project like in electrical we have MPPT, and then we have then automation system different. So these things are there. You can perform those things in your M.Tech first semester or second semester, so that whenever companies are coming for your internship, you can say that, so like I have done this, I have done hardware implementation. So that's the small suggestion I can give you. Okay, because that is very important. Like BTech project is very important for your placements. If it is not that much interesting, try to update it to some newer thing. Okay, so some other things which is in trending in the market, and then implement it on in your M.Tech college. If it is big college, and if you are doing M.Tech from big IITs or NITs, then it will help you. Then, okay, just implement that in your this college. Your hardware implementation, if you have done, you are always going to dominate in your interview. It will start, and it will be a good interview if you have done hardware implementation. Okay, now the second point is your BTech college. The BTech college is not going to matter that much. Like most of the people who do M.Tech from IITs or NITs, most of the people are from simple private college. Okay, so all the people are at same level. So this BTech college does not matter. Still, my one or two friends were there who have done BTech from IIT, and they were doing BTech M.Tech from IITs or some NITs. They are not getting placed, and the people from private college are getting placed before them. So your BTech college is not that much matter. Okay, so still if you are from bigger IITs, from something like IIT Kanpur or these IITs, it may create an impact, but not that much. Okay, so that's the thing. Now third thing is back in BTech or M.Tech semester exam. So there are basically two types of back can be possible. If you are having an active back in your M.Tech in semester 1 or semester 2, or you have back in BTech. Okay, so just make sure that your BTech, all the BTech back must be cleared, and you should not have any back in M.Tech. If you have an active back in M.Tech, then in many colleges they will not allow you to sit for internship or placement. Okay, so just try to clear this M.Tech back. And the second thing is like there are some companies who write in their notification like whenever it's going to share in your college group, placement group, they just write it that in the eligibility criteria, they just write it that the student should not have any history of back in BTech or M.Tech. Okay, there are some companies are there, like if you have back in BTech in any subject, they will not allow you to sit in their campus recruitment. Okay, if you have back in M.Tech, they will definitely not allow you. And if you are having a back in history or back in M.Tech or BTech, you're not allowed to sit for placements. But these companies are very limited. Okay, you should not have active backlog. That you should have keep in your mind. You should not have any active backlog in M.Tech. If you have back in BTech and if you have cleared it, then it's fine. Okay, so very limited company. If I will say only 5% companies are there who will write in their eligibility criteria that like there should be no history of back in BTech or M.Tech. Okay, so there is no such worries. You should not have back in M.Tech. That's you should keep in mind. Okay, so there are very limited companies who consider back in their BTech. If you have cleared it, then it's absolutely fine. Okay, so there is no such worries. Now, the second thing is a BTech percentage. BTech percentage is very important, okay, because this is only the eligibility criteria of most of the companies. You need to have try to get above 65% is the minimum criteria. But I will, if you are in BTech fourth year and watching this video, I will just convince you to score at least 75%, above 75%, because there are two or three companies are there who keep their percentage above 80%. Okay, and their package is above 15 to 20 lakhs. So 80% is best, above 80% is one of the best, and still you are not that much able to make it, then 70% is fine. You will be sitting in most of the companies, and above 65% most of the companies keep. So if there are also companies are there who kept above 70%. So this is the criteria. Okay, and for M.Tech, its CGPA should your CGPA should be above 7. You try to keep above 7 CGPA. SGPA you generally get in the semesters. Okay, so try to keep your CGPA above 7 or 7.5. You will be absolutely in the safe range. So this is what the BTech percentage and M.Tech percentage. Okay. Now the thing is fourth thing is fifth thing is year gap. Now basically there are two types of year gap. You may have a year gap between 12th and BTech, and you may have a year gap between BTech and M.Tech. Okay, so this first gap between 12th and BTech, that does not matter. No company consider that gap. And this gap between BTech and M.Tech, this matters a lot. There are some companies who write in their notification that there should not be any gap between BTech and M.Tech. Okay, so very limited companies are there. So year gap is not that much important factor, to be honest. It does not matter in your placement. Still, there are very almost one or two companies I have seen in my college group that who are telling these things that there should not be year gap. So don't worry. This is not any factor of worrying. This does not matter in your M.Tech placements. Okay. Now this is class 10th and class 12th percentage. So yeah, just make sure it is always above 70% only, because like yeah, 70% is must. I have seen like I haven't seen any company who have told that above 60% is fine. No, they keep above 70% only. Okay, or 65% in most of the cases. So try to like you can't change it now, but above 65%, if you are having above 65% or above 66 percentage, the 60%, then also it's fine. Okay, so you will able to sit for almost 60 to 70% companies. Okay, so 60% if you have, that is also fine. No problem in 60% in any board. Okay, now M.Tech CGPA is all I already told, above 7 is absolutely fine. But the base is you can assume 6.5, the eligibility criteria. And there are some companies who only allow students who have above 8 CGPA. Okay, above 8 CGPA if you have, you will allowed to sit all the companies. Okay, and there are very limited companies who like who like take this eligibility criteria above CGPA, above 8 CGPA. Very limited companies are there, so you need not to worry. Just try to maintain above 7. That will be safer zone, and above it you will be safest zone. You will be allowed to sit for all the companies. Okay, so these things are there. So this is what I want to share. And the one thing which I want to clear is a written exam level, like the company conduct their written exams. So the level of written exam is same as gate. I will, to be very honest, I will say the aptitude is a bit difficult. It's not that much easy. You just I will just suggest to solve SSC CGL exams question as SSC CGL exams questions on time and work, and then this simple time and work and ratio and proportion, simple interest, compound interest. They will ask some good level of questions. The question level is not that much easy. You need to practice this before 1 or 2 months of your placement drives. Okay, so these things are there. So one suggestion, so these are the things. Still, if you are having any doubt that there are maybe some other factors I have not considered, these are the main factors which matter during your M.Tech placements. So these things I only tell you that be focused on these things. Okay, so like your BTech or M.Tech project and your hardware implementation or physical implementation of your BTech fourth year project. If you have done hardware implementation, you are completely going to dominate in your interviews. Completely. And you should have a good knowledge of hardware implementation, every equipments, what specification, what devices you have bought. Okay, so if you have not done, try to do in your M.Tech or M.Tech college. Okay, that will be very fine. You will get time in M.Tech. So these things are there. So I hope I have cleared all the things. Okay, and these are the important parts. Just make sure you do not have any active backlog in M.Tech. That is what most important thing. If you have in B.Tech, then it's fine. Okay, so these things are there. I hope I have cleared your doubts. These are the doubts people are having. Okay, so if you have any other doubt, you can write in comment box. And also I have made a channel. I have made a video on how to make a resume. Like my resume was shortlisted from all the most of the companies. So I have shared my views on that resume, how to make resume. So I hope that is going to help you. You can watch it in my on my channel. Okay, so thank you, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.